All right, so we have lesson 7.9 today, composing two-dimensional shapes. So you're going to need to gather all the shapes that you have cut out from our workbook. We're going to be using the rectangles and the squares first, primarily the rectangles for this first activity. So we are going to compose, which means we're putting them together, some larger shapes made up from our smaller shapes. So this is showing that we can use rectangles and squares to make other shapes. So I'm going to give you a few examples, but I want you to come up with many of your own because that's the fun part. Many of the first graders really enjoy this lesson. So here you can see I took two rectangles, and what kind of shape did I make? I can see that there are four sides, four right corners, and opposite sides that are equal. Yep, I made another rectangle with two long skinny rectangles. Okay, so now I want you to try. There are many different combinations. Okay, at least four more that you can make using this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So primarily use those rectangles first. Okay? When you're done with that, you can come back, and the next thing you're going to do is using the squares. So here I can see that we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares available to us. And I want you to see what different kinds of shapes you can compose with those. I'm going to just give you one example here. Okay, as you can see, I use my four smaller squares to compose a larger square. And then maybe I'm going to put this square on. Okay, now with these 5 squares, I have made a rectangle. I have this side and this side being equal. The top and the bottom are equal. We have 4 right corners. It's a closed shape. Excellent. Okay, so after you use just your squares, now open it up to using all of your shapes that you have available to you right here, your squares and rectangles. So how can you make that into a different shape? Like I said, I'll give you one example, but I want you to play around with it and kind of figure out what you can make. Okay, I'm going to take, let's see, I want this one. I'm going to take this guy and turn it, set it right on top. Okay, so we got this side and this side being equal, top and bottom are equal, 4 sides, 4 square corners, another rectangle. Good. You can also see if you can make some big squares. You can use all the shapes here to do that. And then we're going to move on. You can use the back side here. Okay, so with these shapes right here that you have cut out, I want you to build and draw the shape. So build a square, and you have to use rectangles to build that square. Okay, hint, hint, use the green and the yellow. See if you can figure that out. Okay, and then you're going to draw that. For number 2, you're going to build a rectangle with all sides that are the same length. It wants you to use triangles with a square corner. Look for orange triangles to build this shape. Okay, then number 3, you have to build a rectangle with 2 short sides and 2 long sides and use triangles and rectangles. I'll give you a hint. Look through your shapes to find a yellow, a red, and a green. After you complete that, I have more composing for you to do. Okay, next we're going to move on to triangles, trapezoids, and hexagons. So first, I want you to get your triangles out, and you're going to use 2 triangles to make a new shape. And we use this grid to make our lives a little easier so that we can place them on there. So first I think I have to turn this one. Oops, that's not right. Ah! All right, we'll turn this one. There we go. Okay, so we used our 2 triangles to make a different shape, and then you can also turn this shape on its side so that these points right here are pointing up and down. Okay, now what would happen if we used 3 triangles? Okay. There we go. Gotta smush them all together so it's one closed shape. Very good. All right, this new term that I'm going to teach you is called, it's a trapezoid. Okay, so try to say that, trapezoid. Okay, you can see that we have created that using 3 triangles. All right, let's try 4 triangles. Oops. And sometimes you have to turn them and manipulate them. And it's probably easier for you on paper with your actual physical manipulatives versus the computer. Okay, we got 3. Can you see where the 4th one will go? Yep, stack it right on top. Okay, so using 4 triangles we could compose that, and we can also make a large parallelogram. So let me see, I gotta turn this upside down and bring it over here. There we go. Okay, you can see the outside of the shape. I'll try and highlight it for you. Like this. There we go. That's a parallelogram. Okay, now we're going to combine 6 triangles. Okay. Get all these triangles out of the way here so that we can do our 6 triangles. All right, I'm going to start by doing the bottom, oops, the top, and the bottom. Y. There we go. Okay, right now I'm making something that is called a hexagon. And if you want to do it right alongside with me, you can do that. Sorry for the time that this takes, friends. I wish it was easier. But in order to show you, kind of have to just piece it together. There we go. Can you see where the last one should go? Almost. There we go. Okay, this is called a hexagon. It has 6 sides and 6 corners. Wow. And mine's not very beautiful, so it's probably hard for you to see that. Okay, 6 sides and 6 corners. I'm going to show you below what it really should look like. Alright, I apologize for how ugly mine was, but here's what it really should look like. Okay, the hexagon, along with some of the other shapes that we created. Alright, last thing we have to do today is using a composite shape. That's this, and the composite shape means that it's built out of other shapes. So like in the last activities we've been doing, we have been composing shapes. Once that shape is actually created, it's called a composite shape, and we're making these new shapes. So you can, we want to look to see how this was used multiple times to create a new shape. Can you see the outside of this shape? What did we use this shape to make? Yep, a triangle we used, not triangle. The 2 triangles made a rectangle, and then 4 of those rectangles made a larger rectangle. You can also look and see that when you flip it different ways and use that composite shape in other ways, you can get a new shape. So this one also is a rectangle, but you can see that it was used in a different way. And then when you flipped it down on its side, it made a longer, skinnier rectangle in number 6. And for number 7, you can see that they used the 2 triangles in the composite shape along with a larger rectangle to create yet again another rectangle. All right, so that was a little information on composite shapes. Thanks for all your hard work today, friends. Feel free to experiment with your shapes a little bit more. Have a good day.